So my Ocado delivery for the week has just arrived, and it's actually my cheapest one yet. I feel like I planned my meals really well this week. I'm making use of some things that I already have in my cupboard or in my freezer, and I've just managed to get myself a really reasonable weekly food shop. So I thought I would share with you what I got, what I'm planning to make with it, and hopefully it gives you some meal inspiration for the week as well. So I will show you what I got to feed my family of 6 for the week. Looking at it now, it does actually look like quite a small shop compared to normal. So here's where I realised I've forgotten to get loads of things, and that's why it was so cheap. But anyway, I'll show you what I got. I have everything I need for my meal plan, which is the main thing. So maybe I'll start this end, mix it up a bit. I normally always start with the fruit and veg, so I'll start with the cupboard bits this week. So every time I shop at Ocado, I pick up some orzo because it's way cheaper than Tesco. So I got some of that, and that is actually being used for one of our meals this week. This is a new obsession of mine. It's the Waitrose white sourdough bread. It is just the best. I can't get enough of it with avocado for lunch. It is super yummy. These you will see every week in my food shops. I get them for the kids for their lunch boxes, so they're always something that I get. Then these are exceptionally good, and we are all a little bit smitten with the chocolate hot cross buns. So Waitrose do a chocolate and cherry one that is probably the nicest of the two, although they're both amazing. And this one is a chocolate and orange, and me and the kids both like to have those as a little treat. Then right back here I have some red kidney beans in chili sauce, some coconut milk, 2 tins of chopped tomatoes, some sweet chili sauce. Again, another weekly buy for me is the barista version of the Oatly milk, and this is a bit of a naughty purchase that I don't need, and it is quite pricey as well, but it does last, like what this one jar will last a couple of months, so I don't mind so much if it lasts a while. It's a lime and coconut curd, and it's from Harvey Nichols, weirdly. A friend of mine introduced me to it years ago when we were doing some shopping in Harvey Nichols, as you do. I don't think I bought anything apart from this. But it popped up on Ocado, and I couldn't believe they stocked it. So it's just a bit of a nice treat, and this actually goes very well on the sourdough as well, so that was for me. Then I stocked up on toilet roll, and the cereal was on offer again. I think it was 2 for £4, which isn't brilliant, but not too bad. So these are Aidan and Marnie's favourites, and these are Merrin's favourites, so I got a box each of those. Anyone else remember knickknacks from their school lunchbox? Well, my kids really like them as well. So these I think were £1 for 6, so that's quite reasonable. And I always have to stock up on Quavers because they are Marnie's favourite, and we go through them way quicker than we probably should. I've bought these the last couple of weeks because they've been half price or on offer, and Aidan loves them, so I just got another packet of those. Then we have some sour cream, some mince beef, and some sausages. And next to that, these are actually frozen, but I'll show you now because I'm talking about sausages. These are the Linda McCartney vegetarian sausages. I haven't tried these, but I've heard good things, so I'm gonna give those a go. You might have seen in my last grocery haul and meal plan that I bought the Linda McCartney veggie meatballs. I didn't love those. They were okay, but they weren't great, and I wouldn't get them again. So I just thought I'd try these because these actually had really good reviews. Then back down here, I've got some creme fraiche, and again, one of my other weekly purchases is the Waitrose katsu curry sauce because it's our absolute favourite. It's delicious. So other frozen bits, these are constantly on offer at the moment for like 2 for £2 or something, and they're just really handy to have for the kids. I do them in wraps with some spinach and hummus, or I just chop them up on top of a pasta dish or a orzo dish or something. It just adds a little bit extra for the kids. And the last frozen thing is this, and this I'm absolutely, let's see if I can wipe off some of the ice so you can see. I can't tell you how good this is. I don't even know if I've talked about it in another video. I think I probably have. It's by a brand called Raw, and it's plant-based ice cream, hazelnut chocolate cookie. This compares to any dairy ice cream, or even better than any dairy ice cream I've ever had. It is really expensive, but it's currently on offer, reduced from £5, which is extortionate, to £3.50, which I don't mind so much. So I picked up a tub of this as a treat because it really is so good. I would definitely recommend giving it a try. Then up the top here, I've got a pack of gnocchi. I've still got half a pack in the fridge, which, how long does gnocchi keep for? I don't know, it still looks fine. It's been open in there for a little while, but I'm sure it'll be fine. I'll give it a good check beforehand. But this plus the half I have will make a good sized family meal, so I'll tell you about that in a minute. Then we have 2 big bottles of milk, huge punnet of strawberries, because this is the fruit that all my kids, apart from Dylan, love. Then I have some eggs. Merrin is really into dippy eggs at the moment, so she asked me to get some more for her. Some blueberries for Aiden. Then we're onto the veg, and I think I saved a bit this week because I have a lot left over in the fridge. So I have some peppers, tomatoes, what else do I have? White onions, carrots, things like that still left over from last week, so I didn't need loads. But I did get some red onions because we go through those really quickly. Some sweet corn, which is Marnie's favourite. Spring onions, some garlic, 1 head of broccoli. I still have another one in the fridge. Sweet potatoes, I only got a small bag because again, I still have some left over, but we do eat quite a lot of these. Avocados, which are mostly for me, but I will go through those easily in a week. A packet of leeks. These look really short for some reason. They're normally way longer than that, but I'm sure it doesn't matter. A large cucumber and a bag of spinach, and that is everything. I will now tell you what I'm planning to make to feed us all for the week. Yum. So a quick update on the meal plan. I've got it saved on my phone and I'm about to write it on my fridge as well. But I realised when I opened my meal plan that I did forget something in my grocery shop this week, which is really annoying, and I could have sworn I'd added it. I don't understand what's happened there. But first on my meal plan is sticky cauliflower, and I don't have any cauliflower, so that could pose a problem. So I'll have to nip into a shop at some point this week and pick up some cauliflower. I have everything else that I need for it, but not the fundamental ingredient. But I really want to have it, so I will go and get some cauliflower for that. I've made it before and included it in a video, if I can remember which one it was. I think it was in my vegan week video, so I will link that one for you and the recipe if I can find it below, because it was a really good one. So that's on my meal plan, but wasn't in my food shop, helpfully. Next up on my meal plan is roasted veg gnocchi. I made this again a couple of weeks ago. It was a new one at the time. I hadn't tried it before. Obviously had gnocchi before, but not like this, and it was really tasty. It's basically pesto, and I used a red pepper pesto with a variety of roasted veg, and I put some parmesan onto Dan's. I didn't have any parmesan, but I did mix in some rockets. Sorry, you have to excuse the dog, she's playing with their toy behind me. And olives, and that was really good. Then next up on the meal plan is a sweet potato curry soup. I'm into making soups at the moment. I've made a few lately, and I just think while we've still got a bit of chilly weather, it's something that I quite enjoy making. So I'm gonna try a new recipe. I've made something similar before with red peppers and sweet potatoes, but this is slightly different because it's got that curry flavor. So I'll let you know how I get on with that one. Then I have some sort of chicken dish. I have chicken in the freezer that I need to use up, or I want to use up. I'm not entirely sure. That'll be for the weekend, possibly a pie or a casserole. That one's still a bit up in the air. Then I'm going to make a sausage hot pot. Now for this, I'm going to make a base of the hot pot, so a tomato based sauce with some kind of bean, maybe a butter bean or chickpeas or something like that. Then I will add in the sausages. So I will use the vegetarian sausages, the Linda McCartney ones for me, and the regular ones for everybody else. And we'll have that with rice, possibly mashed potato. I've got a chilli on my plan because I always have chilli on my meal plans because Marnie adores it. And then my final meal of the week is like a roasted veg bowl. So that's a really easy one to just chuck together. So I may have mentioned this one before as well, but you just basically put in whatever veg you have in the fridge, you just roast it. So peppers, onions, I tend to do courgette, garlic. What else do I put in there? Asparagus if I've got it, which I don't this week. Kale, things like that. Roast them all in a roasting tin, then put them in a bowl with some quinoa or couscous would work equally as well. I always add in some kind of chickpea or bean or pulse of some description. Usually I will put chickpeas in a pan with some spices and just heat them through, make them slightly crispy and add them. I will also roast some sweet potatoes in half moon shape, so they're almost like chunky sweet potato chips, and I put them on the side. Then I also add half an avocado and a dressing and some spinach and sesame seeds, all kinds of things. I just basically chuck a load of delicious stuff in a bowl, and that's a really good tea, and that's also a really nice one to have with salmon as well. So that is my meal plan for the week, minus the cauliflower. So that's everything I picked up for my weekly shop from Ocado. I spent £72, which is actually really good for me from there, and that was without any discount vouchers as well. So I feel like I had a good week this week, so hopefully I can keep it up next week as well. I hope you enjoyed seeing what I got, what I'm planning to make with it. If you did, please hit the subscribe button and give the video a thumbs up, and I will see you in my next one. Bye!